All right, good morning, everybody. Today we're looking at we've got Rev B here, we've got NRSN, we have ASPN, SCWO, RDBX, and RPID. RPID is starting to pick up; it's starting to look good. RDBX, kind of the same story. Early pre-market had nothing going on, but we're starting to see some action here in the last 20-30 minutes. SCWO, not really anything going on. We see some spotty volume, some spotty price action. So we probably won't play this, but I'd like to wait till open to make that decision. We've got ASPN, pretty consistent price action, not very much of it, and we're staying below that 200 EMA. So again, probably won't end up playing that. NRSN, had a nice spike upwards, but it looks like the price action's kind of died off. That could pick up on open though, so we'll wait for open to see what that has in store. Kind of the same story with this. We have a little bit more price action on Rev B though, so it's not looking too bad. We did have a major run up today, going from about 80 cents to just under $2, I believe. Yeah, $1.95, so just under $2 there. Currently sitting at about $1.45. Nothing wrong with that. It's looking pretty good. That 200 EMA did come up quite a bit, which is definitely a good sign for us. There's not a huge gap between the two. So as the market opens here, we're probably going to take a play on Rev B. We're going to try jumping in on this. About $1.40 would be ideal. Maybe even lower if we could, but I'm not sure if we're going to get that low. But we'll try for about $1.60. So we're going to go for about 20 cents on this, which would be pretty huge. And then $1.35 stop. So going to give it about a 5-cent stop from wherever we get in, as to not have too big of a stop. And that's Rev B. Man, the tracker's getting slow. Gonna jump in here, $1.39. This looks like a pretty okay place. So we're gonna say jumping in $1.39. SL then would be $1.34. Let's give it $1.34. All right. So we'll put that down at $1.34. That's about halfway through. Oh, just past it. Good enough. So that is our stop line. We're at $1.50 already from $1.39. Not bad. I'm going to start to take some profits. Starting to take profits on Rev B around $1.55. Somewhere along that lines, around $1.55 is definitely not bad. I know we're aiming for 160, but I really didn't expect the hike to be this high. So that's $1.55 there. Gonna secure that. First trade of the day, big profits. NRSN could be a stock that runs. I want to keep an eye on that. RDBX is another one I want to keep an eye on, and this RPD or RPID looks like it could be good as well. So we secure some profit at $1.55 on Rev B. So we're just gonna wait a little bit here. See if we can get some more. Oh, just a sneezing fit. There we go. NRSN is probably going to be our next trade here. Oh, hang on. I actually typed that in the wrong thing. Securing some profits on Rev B, $1.55. It's a good thing that price came back up then, because I didn't realize I typed that in the wrong room. So we're gonna go NRSN. We're already losing some ground here. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. NRSN, we're gonna go for about a $4 entry. Would be ideal. I'm not sure if we'll quite get $4. It shouldn't be that hard to get. We're gonna go for a $4 start. We're gonna aim for probably at least 450. I think we could probably hit 470 pretty easy. And then a look at the 390 stop, because I don't really think we need extra risk there other than that what we already have going on. That was NRSN. Having a hard time multitasking today. We have Rev B sitting at 162, 163 here, so that is PT on Rev B. You could hold a little bit longer if you want to. We're at 166 right now. I'm going to take a little bit more profit off the table. Taking some more profit on Rev B, $1.66. Securing some more. And then we have a runner left. So if this happens to break that 171 resistance, we could see like 180 pretty easily here. So we'll keep that in mind. NRSN took a nasty, nasty fall. So depending if you got in or not, it could have stopped you out. I'm gonna go ahead and take a leap here at 390. Entered NRSN 390. Whoop. 380. Sell. Same price target. The price target doesn't change. If you got in earlier, it did actually reach all the way up to 427. So maybe you took some profits if you were waiting. You definitely, the waiting paid off, and we got in at the bottom of this drop here. The bottom's 380, but 390 is okay as well. Rev B is almost at $1.70 now. ASPN's heading down. SCWO is not doing much. RDBX with a nice green spike here. We're seeing that all the way up. I'd like to see it come back down, to be honest. And we have RPID here. I did take a little bit of a dip. Looks like it recovered nicely. That's a good looking chart so far. So I think I'm willing to try an RIPD or RPID trade here. I think we're a little lacking in conviction, but we might see something. Rev B's halted. Yeah, it is 168 and halted. So that's cool. Yeah, I'm gonna try this. We're gonna try for about a 430 entry on this. We're gonna go for a 460. And then just a 420 stop. Again, we don't need a ton of room. I really don't want to see this down too low either. So if we happen to start to break down and hit that 420, I'd happily take that exit. Yeah, Rev B we're halted in. NRSN looks okay, I guess. It hasn't really moved up too much. ASPN's heading down, so probably not going to play that or SCWO. So we'll be looking for replacements on those. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot yet. We'll have to see. RDBX all the way up. Looks like this is probably something we need to jump on, but I'm a little scared of the pullback on this. I think we leave it be. NRSN's up a little bit here, but drop back down to that 380 level. Looks like it's probably going to be stopping us out here. We'll take that stop. Not a huge deal. This was a stock from yesterday as well. And yesterday it was kind of doing the same thing where it looked like it could do something, but then it would just kind of die off. So we'll probably just let that be. Waiting for Rev B to turn around here. RPID actually paid off pretty good here at 455. That's pretty close to PT, so you can take profits on RPID wherever you want here. Taking some profits, RPID. So we're looking for that. We were looking for a 430 entry and a 460 PT, and we got around 455 so far. I think that we could probably get a little bit more. Hopefully, we'll see. Now NRSN looks like it's turning around, but I really don't want to risk another tight stop out because I'm not really seeing the conviction I want behind it, so I think I'll just let it be for now. Rev B, on the other hand, looking really good. I think when the sun halts, we could be up pretty high. We'll see. We'll see what happens with that. RDBX still sitting up really high here. RPID back to 3 or 440 there. NRSN's up to $4. Yeah, you know what? This does look like it's going to go. We should probably try again. NRSN. If we could get 390 again, that would be ideal, but I'm not sure we're going to get that, so we'll probably have to aim for about maybe 395. We're going to go for 440 here, and then a 385. Let's give it a 380 stop again. We can afford that extra 5 cents. We are in a $4 stock. 380. Right there. That's 395 right there. You could be a little bit more patient, probably get a little bit better of an entry. It is on its way down a little bit here. We'll come back to that in a second. RPID is back down. We've got RDBX slowly making its way down. RevB still halted up, and NRSN back up a little bit here, hitting that $4 range. Hopefully we can break out and at least hit 420. I'm hoping for at least 440 for a PT here. But if we can get past that 440 mark, 470 should be pretty easy as well. Yeah, hopefully NRSN's reversing here. We're going to find out. RevB's unhalted. We're at 183 on it. Going to secure some more profits. Securing some more profits. Oh, never mind. We just went straight up into another halt. Oh, never mind. Securing profits on REVB. 188-ish. I don't know what it actually got up to there. 183. Something like that. 180. Anywhere around there is really good. I mean, we're up quite a bit on... Whoa, why did that just mess everything up? There we go. Fix it. RevB is actually looking really good right now. We saw a high there of 191, so that beats our 188 hope and dream there. So we have a little bit left, not really a whole lot left. So I'm kind of hoping that this comes back down to a reasonable level, probably VWAP here at $1.50, so we can get a good re-entry on it. But we're holding the runner to see where this ends up. That was a really good win though, going from about $1.39 to $1.88. So we're up pretty good on that. We'll just, you sold before the first halt? Oh, that sucks. I mean, still good money, but could have been better. Yeah. NRSN almost hit our stop, moved back up to $4, 405. Yeah, this stock is super weak. We're seeing a little bit of momentum here, but I don't know if that'll translate well. RevB looks like it still wants to go, so I think it's too high for a re-entry, so we're just going to hold on to this runner and see what happens. But I would feel better if we could see a nice drop so I could get in with another full position. NRSN still kind of struggling here. ASPN not really turning around. We're not really seeing anything else turn around there. RDBX, this could be a possible turnaround. It's looking kind of risky, but I think I do want to give it a shot. RDBX 730. I'd like to get at least 780 out of it. Even that's not like a huge PT. And then just a 710 stop. You know what? I think we could do 720 as a stop. I don't want this to drop any lower than here anyway. So we're going to see if we can make something happen with RDBX with a tight stop. I don't trust it enough to give it a full 3%. I don't think it needs that full 3% in this price range. And I don't think we're going to hit that PT very fast. I think it's going to take a while, if anything. So we'll have to see about that. RevB looks like it's might be a bull flag here. Back down on NRSN, no surprise there. RPID looks like it's bouncing back up here, 440. You could secure some more profit if you want to. An RPID, 10 cents, 15 cents up. We did hit 755 here, 756, something like that. But you could always take some more profit here if you're worried about hitting our stop. I don't think there's really enough left in it for me to really care enough to cut with very small profits, but you might want to, yeah. RDBX looks like it's starting to move up. NRSN really close to that stop line. If this is a bull flag, I wouldn't expect to see a drop below that 170 mark or 171. Hopefully, anyway. NRSN starting to give up here. RPID hits a high of 447. RevB with a fairly bullish candle so far after 2 or 3 bearish candles. I think I'm going to try another re-entry on RevB. It's going to be fairly risky. We're going to go for probably a 180. we're going to go for a 190 PT and then a 175 stop out. So we're giving it 5 cents, which is a lot of room. But we're seeing if we can hit that 190 area. And it looks like it's happening already. So that's Rev B at 190. That was like literally a 15-second trade. Didn't quite get the entry I wanted, but it looks like I got a little bit extra on the other end of PT there. So I'm going to start to scale out again. This is a full position, so being up a little bit higher is nice. Scaling out a bit on Rev B at 193-ish. Whatever I got on that, 193. Yeah, 193. Around that area anyway. That gave me at least 10 cents there, so I'm not too upset if we crash into the stop now, but I would obviously like to see our runner really take off here. We've got 2 runners in it with 2 very different stops. NRSN has yet to stop us out, I think, but it's gotten very, very close a couple times. RDBX back down, RPID looks like it's getting ready to move up. We have Rev B looking like it's going to hit that 180 area. You could possibly use this as a re-entry. I think that there's a good likely chance that it moves up again. MACD is a little overextended, so it could be a little while. I'd be a little more cautious with my entry this time around. I'd be waiting for a little lower than 180 probably. NRSN bounces back up a tiny bit here. Okay, what can we replace this with? We've got BNR. Let's take that. Take a look at it. BNR is on a huge tear today, going from 270 all the way up to 320. So we've got some good range on that. Instead of this, we've got Rev, which I'm assuming is probably at this point a sympathy play off Rev B. My runners are usually 30%. Or around 30%. For the first cut, I usually do 70% cut. Rev B coming down a little bit. And RSN starting to move back up. Hopefully we see some profits here. Rev sitting pretty low here. We have MACD turning around, so I think I actually want to take a position on Rev as well. We're going to go with a 5.0. I'll try for $5 here. We're going to go for a 550 PT and then a 485 stop loss. So fairly tight stop. We just don't want this to make a new low, basically. We might see some resistance here at 513. You could see maybe a little bit more at 525. And then again at 538. Rev B still holding up there. NRSN up a little bit. BNR with a nasty drop down to the VWAP line. All right, so we've got Rev open now. Okay, there we go. Looking good there. We did stop out on RDBX a little bit earlier. Just didn't go the way we wanted it to, which is fine. It was a very small amount of risk on that trade. NRS ends up a little bit here. Nothing really fantastic about it. We'll have to see if we can get some decent movement out of this. We're up a couple cents, so I guess it's not the end of the world, but man, this is just going straight up and down like 10 cents, and it's not really doing anything else. Kind of boring. That's better payoff big. Better start going up pretty dramatically here. Rev B is looking good. Looking like we've got some decent sized bodies here. It's going to start moving up, or should start moving up anyway. BNR heading down. Rev at $5. That is our entry point. RDBX 726. Yeah, not worth taking another entry on. RPID, you still have a runner in. It's just kind of hanging out. Rev B is probably the most interesting right now. If it can break a new high, it could probably go for another run. We had a decent consolidation, allowed that MACD to cool down a little bit. Hopefully we start to see some movement here. NRSN back down. Yeah, today's moving pretty slow. Is this Friday? No, it's only Thursday, isn't it? Yeah, it's just the 30th, the Thursday. Last day of the month, I guess. Things are slow. Starting to see Rev start to turn around a little bit here. Nasty drop on Rev B. We got something else popping up. I don't know what to get rid of. We'll just open up a new one. We've got iMac. Let's take a look at iMac. Sub $1 currently, but not for long. Did hit above $1, started at 89 cents, so there's a decent range here. Pretty risky though. Sitting up pretty high, volume was low before. I think we're gonna leave a B for now. NRSN slightly in profits. If we can hit $4, I'll be 10 cents in profit, and that might actually just be good enough for me. Cutting NRSN at 4 and leaving a runner. I'm gonna leave a little bit in it because I'm gonna be really upset if it starts to take off after I cut it. So securing a little bit of profit here, nothing major. It'll probably result in a break even if we stop out on the remainder, but that's okay. Rev is still holding that line, not falling below that what was that 175 area. Hopefully it maintains that. Don't want to trust BNR just yet either. I think it's a little bit risky to be jumping in on this. Rev finally seeing some movement. We're up at 522 from a $5 entry. 524. We're hoping for at least 540 out of it. I would like to see 550. That would be great. We could probably take some profits at that 30-cent mark, so 530. Gonna put that out there. Whoop, not tasking. I feel like that's going to be confusing for people. Rev and Rev B, two different things. We just touched that 530 area. Yep, Rev B with a nasty knife, so we do stop out on the remainder of that first trade, or second trade, not first trade. NRSN still hunkering above that $4 marks for now, thank God. Rev is slowly coming back down, but it might bounce off you up. Nope, looks like it's falling right through. RPID not doing much either. iMac back up at a dollar here. Yeah, I don't know. This one looks really risky, but we don't really have a whole lot going on either. NRSN, ASPN. Let's take a look at ASPN. Nope, that one's just heading down. Yeah, nothing else really looking great, so we'll just leave a B for now. Rev B off of VWAP is sounding pretty good for me right now, so I'm going to go ahead with a Rev B trade off VWAP, I think. Let's see if this holds. $1.65 area. I would actually still like to see it come a little bit lower. There's not really too much in regards of support until 156, so but it's hard to say if it's going to hold here or not. So I kind of want to take the chance either way. We're going to try for 180 and then a 160 stop. So we're going to give it that 5 cents of room. I don't even think it needs that 5 cents. If it starts to fail off VWAP, we'll know for sure that it's time to exit anyway, but it's good to have that stop in place. Regardless, looks like Rev B starting to turn around already, so that's good news for us. That is definitely a good thing here. We might break through this resistance on this candle. That would be optimal. Anytime now. Rev all the way back down, so it's a good thing we took some profits there at 530. That seemed like the optimal point for that as well. Rev at 170, failing to break through that resistance line there. So hopefully we see that sooner rather than later. We've got NRSN starting to finally run, so it's a good thing we left a runner in that. 425, I'm good. I'm going to cut it here. Definitely okay with that. We secured some profits on it, about 35 cents of profit. So can't really complain about that. Rev is dropping down again a little bit. I don't think it's failing VWAP quite yet. It's kind of hard to tell on this candle. We have to wait for it to close, and it's got 30 seconds to close. So might hit stop off it, but we'll see. It looks like it's going for a heavy consolidation, which is good to see. It's a healthy thing after such a heavy move upwards, but we'll see. We'll see if it actually does that. That bottom band's coming up pretty tight. Hopefully it crosses above our stop loss here pretty quick. IMAX down good here, down to 94 cents. You know what? I think I'm going to try an IMAX trade at that level. So 0.94. We're going to go for a 105 PT and then a 0.91. Yeah, we'll give it about 3 cents from entry. Okay, we're going to get a better one. Second I hit enter, it jumped down and we got filled very low actually for something that sometimes has a really bad spread. It could have been better actually. Oh no, you know what? That wasn't actually that bad. We're up to 0.97 off it. That's definitely a good place to take some profit as well, so I think I'm going to try it. Taking profit on iMac at 0.97. Got a lower entry. Not fully out, still have the runner, but you know what? I'm happy to secure that couple cents of profit there, and we'll take it and run with the rest. You got stopped down NRSN? Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, I came really close. I definitely took profits too early on it. It took them at like 425 or something. It's up at 440 now, so that's my luck. Held that stock for so long, decided to cut with some small profits at first and leave the runner because I was bored, and then I knew it was gonna run, and then I saw it start to run, took some more profits a little too quickly, and yeah, that's where we're at now. We're almost at that 180 mark on Rev B as we hit 177, so we're looking pretty good there. You can probably start to take profits anywhere around that area, so take profits on our Rev B around 177. Oh, 177-ish. Looks like we're hitting a hard rejection here off of Rev B, off that 177 area, or 178 area. I'm sure we'll make a recovery back up there. Hopefully you secured some profit. If you didn't, I would anywhere above that resistance line is a good place to try and take some profit, just to make sure that if we do end up heading back down for whatever reason, you're not burning money. RDBX is back on its way up, but the price range and how slim the margin is, it's not really worth it. RPID still hasn't stopped this out. We still have that runner in there. I'm hoping this takes off. iMac back down to about where I got in. Looking hopefully for a recovery here. That bottom band's looking good. At 0.92 of an entry, I guess I would just put a 0.90 stop. I don't think we need lower than 0.90. So I think that would be my limit. ASPN's continuing to drop. NRSN back down to 910. Rev B hasn't given up yet. Not looking great, but it's looking pretty healthy still, I'd say. So we're probably all right there. And we'll just have to keep an eye on that. BNR hasn't been doing anything. We can probably close that down. What's ES doing? Dropping. That's always nice. Let's look at it on a 5-minute. Yeah, just been dropping all day. Easy money. Rev B back up to that 171. Looks like it got rejected off resistance. iMac up to 0.95 again. Me, I'm 28. Just about 29, I think. Oh, almost in my 30s. Rev looks like it's making a slight recovery here. Yeah, I sound young, yeah. Well, it is 30 until you're probably 30, and then it's like 40. And then like I guess you pretty much just keep doing it after every decade after that. 174 on Rev B looks like it's going to continue to go up. Nope. Nasty rejection again. It is a slow day today. I agree. Yeah, definitely slow. We're still making some money though. iMac has some nice candles, and of course, it's like the second I say something's looking good or we should see some like a good move out of it, it always just shoots right back down just to prove me wrong. That's like three stocks I've looked at and been like, oh yeah, that looks good, and then it just goes straight down. Bottom band starting to open up on iMac, not looking too good there. Now it's going to shoot up because I said it's not looking too good. Or not move at all. Oh, gap down. No, I was gonna buy some, but where we're living is supposed to be temporary, so I haven't bothered to buy any art or anything. I want as little to move to my next location as possible, so I've been kind of not really buying a whole lot. I'm held off on getting extra computer screens and everything, so I don't have to cart it around with me. Rev B's looking pretty good. I think that Rev B should start to move up here. NRSM's looking okay. We've got Rev looking good as well here at that 520 area. So we still have that runner in here. We're still hoping for about 550 out of it. I think it's kind of a long shot, but you never know. iMac back down to entry. We have Rev B at 71 or 73 now. Looking pretty good. We're still looking for that 180 on Rev B at least. Rev's still going a little bit here. Oh, the worst part is I'm already out of coffee. 525. Although I have to say there would be definitely enough slow time most days where I could just get up and go make a cup of coffee and come back and probably not miss anything. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It is easy to make more. You just have to go up and press a button, put the pod in, but it's leaving the computer that's the hard part. It's easy if you're just playing like Spy or something because then you can have one single chart open on your phone and just stare at it while you're doing your thing. Um, that's what I used to do, but yeah, when you're watching like 15 stocks, it's not really feasible to do it off your phone. I think if I add any more electricity to this room, I will blow a circuit. It's like 1,000 watt computer, and then I've got four monitors hooked up to it and a heater going. Rev is at 427 or 527. Yeah, basically. Yeah, no kidding. 176. 177. Come on, 180. Come on, Rev B. You can do it. I think if we can hit 180, I think that's going to be a mental barrier, and it'll probably start to really move after that. Do I think it's headed back to 780? I think that there's a good chance. Yeah. I would say it's probably going to get there today. The problem I have with it is it's currently in a really tight range. Like it's not really like even if we went from like a 720 or 730 to 780, it's like still 2 or 3%, maybe 4%. It's like it's just not enough room here to make it worth it. Yeah, I know, I'm bored too. Like I don't even like playing the $5 stocks like this. Like going from like $5 to 550. It's not great. It's okay at best. NRSN looking boring as usual. And then we've got Rev B hitting that 180. So we finally hit 180 on Rev B. I like playing things like Rev B because when you hit your price targets are above, it always feels good because it's so far away. RH, I'm bored enough. I'll take a look. It's got a little bit of volume, I guess. I mean, it's $200 a share, so I guess that makes up for the lack of actual volume there. Did hit 182 on Rev B. I'm going to start securing a little bit more profit and leave that runner. Oh, that's actually put PT. Okay, so we're just leaving the runner in that now. Where is that trade? There we go. All right, and Rev is actually looking pretty good as well. We almost hit that 540 area. We could take more profits at 540 and then leave the rest for PT. I do think that we have a little bit of resistance here at this 537 area, so that's something to be careful about. If you haven't taken any profits yet, I would definitely start looking at taking profits now, and maybe then leave a runner for that 550 area. If we can get past 550, this thing could go to $6, probably pretty easy. I just don't think it's going to happen right now. So gonna take a little bit more profit on this. We're on 541. And we're gonna leave that remainder for that 550 or higher. Ref B, looks like taking that profit around that 181, 182 area was pretty good for a call. It looks like it's probably gonna come back down now. Maybe bounce off that support line and continue up higher. We can hope. We're actually 3 cents shy of PT, 2 cents shy of PT, and we get rejected. Maybe it'll go again. Just get like a life-size one. Make it worth it. Yeah, it likes to move, yeah. Could get like a local artist to do it for a couple $1,000 and you pay them like 10 grand and you go and get it appraised by an appraiser. Then you pay them and get them to say it's worth like 50, 60 grand, and then you go and donate that to a museum and write it off on charity as a 50 or $60,000 write-off. That's how you roll. RDBX up a little bit here. Rev just touching it. Exactly. It's a win-win for everybody. 557, there it is. It's rocketing because it hit past that 550 mark. Getting ready to take some more profit on that, but that is PT on Rev. You don't keep it, you donate it. Take a picture of it. The picture is free, and then you get a big write-off. Yeah, make an NFT out of it. 572, we're looking good on Rev. We're actually seeing quite a bit of stuff moving here. And BDA. Yeah. Yeah, whole dollar and half dollars. Those are usually the psychologicals. Or every $10 spread, I guess. If you're looking at bigger stocks, it would probably be like 150, 160, 170 would be the hard resistance, hard supports. Almost F580 here on Rev. I think I'm going to take some more profit and leave a tiny amount in. Taking more profit on Rev and leaving a small runner left. Still not huge gains at 570, but you know what? We're making it work. We were in this trade for literally forever. So I'm glad to see that it's finally paying off. I actually forgot about Rev for a while there, or Rev B, sorry. Two different stocks. RDBX at that 760 level. I think it will hit that 780. God, it's just so boring. I'm back down to stop, so I stop out on the runner there. RH is at 208 currently. Man, for $200, I feel like this thing should be moving a lot more, but that's just because I stare at penny stocks that move crazy amounts. I think that's why people do options on large caps. It's just more profitable unless you have millions of dollars. That $1 move translates to a lot more on a contract than it does just being a dollar move on a $200 stock. RDBX looking good. We did see actually higher than 580 on Rev. In fact, we saw 590 out of it. Another nice spike upwards. Could have been a good place to secure some more profits. NRSN back down. RDBX kind of struggling at this area. If it could break higher than 773, you could see 780 pretty quick. And by pretty quick, I mean RDBX quick. So like, I don't know, another 5 or 10 minutes. I think that's just me being dramatic. Yeah, definitely just get some Wolf of Wall Street posters. Kinkos. I don't think we have Kinkos over here. That sounds kind of funny. We are looking to integrate a store with a bunch of like shirts and mugs and stuff that has like trading sayings on them and stuff. So that would be kind of cool down the road anyway. I don't know how long that's going to take. We tend to move pretty slow with that kind of stuff. Right? Taking your photos to a place saying Kinko, no kidding. That sounds weird to Canadians, I gotta say. I can't speak for all Canadians, but I mean, I'm Canadian, and that just sounds weird to me. Although I don't really know what stores we even print stuff at. Staples? Do they print stuff? I think they print stuff. Probably not like on shirts or anything, but you could probably get a poster there. Michaels? Yeah. Yeah, I think isn't Michaels just like an arts and crafts store though? I thought they sold like little puff balls and glue and paint. Maybe some sprinkles or whatever. Sparkly sparkle? Sparkle glitter. That's what it's called. Man, I was having a massive brain fart there. I couldn't remember what glitter was called. They print stuff there too? Huh. I didn't actually know that. Ref B down hard here. Back to VWAP. This could be a buy opportunity, but we are hitting negative on that MACD, so we want to be kind of careful here. I think I'm good to go ahead and give it a shot. Rev B, $1.65. We're gonna try for that $1.80 and then a $1.60 stop again. Yeah, pretty much the same stop we have here now, so looking half decent. What do you want, dude? Nice recovery there to 170. Hopefully we see a better recovery than that. We see it shoot right up to that 180 level. That would be optimal. RDBX basically made to 8. Yeah, it did. Yeah, see, that's what I was talking about. You hit that higher than that, what's it called, 774 area and probably rock it up, and it did. Didn't quite make it to 8, did it? Not quite. A couple cents off. RPID. I actually forgot we were still in this. That was thanks for the reminder. Yeah, we should probably close this out soon. Taking some more profits on RPID. Getting ready to close position. Yeah, I totally forgot that we still had some shares left of RPID. Didn't really make more money off it with the runner, but I'm glad to see that we were able to average back out of it at least. Might get a little bit extra here. We're at 463 here, so a little bit more money, but nothing crazy. Yeah, and then framing can be expensive too. I mean, you don't need to frame it. Rev B still looking decent. This is looking pretty good, but I think this is it topping out, so I'm definitely going to close position around this area. And rev back down pretty dramatically here from its high of 592. Back down to that 530 area. We could try this as another bounce. Bullish looking candles, even though they're red, so I think I'm going to go ahead and try another rev trade. 530 would be optimal. We're going to aim for that 560 area and then a 5. Just give the 520 stop. We don't really need a crazy stop on this. Just 10 cents. You could afford to give it more if you need to stretch it out so you get below that band wherever you get in. But I really wouldn't be too worried past that VWAP. Yeah, that wouldn't make it too bad here. Now to your futures. Yes, you always want to look to the futures. To the future, not futures. But same. Looks like it's a good day for shorting on futures, that's for sure. Probably a lot less fighting going on going down than there is going up. Man, I love those kind of days though when you jump in on a future trade and you're like, yeah, it's gonna go down. And even if it goes up like a point or two, it always comes down further. Unless you actually hit that reversal point and it starts to go back up, but that's doesn't usually happen. Ref sitting around that 530 area. Looks like you're probably going to get about exactly where we wanted for an entry. 523, I'll take it. Looks like I could have waited a little bit longer, couldn't I? Nope. But no, that was an okay fill, I guess. We have a 3-cent spread, so that's not bad. 526. Yeah, we're pretty close to that 519, but you know what? I don't want to move that stop down, even though we got a better entry. If it blows through that stop, I think I'm okay with taking it. I don't want to see this drop anymore. Came very, very close. We're going to see if it stops us out. It'll be a very tight stop if it does. PEV. I'll take a look at that. I'm afraid to look away. I want to see this if this stops us out or not first. We'll see. Sure it'll happen here. There it is. All right, cool. PEV. Well, not cool, but now I can look away. PEV is up pretty high right now. Yeah, I think it's halted, so we're gonna have to wait on that. It'll probably come back down. This is that stock that went from no volume to lots of volume into a halt, so it'll probably unhalt and probably have not much volume too. Walmart prints too. Yeah, there's not a whole lot that's looking too good. We're still in Rev, but or Rev B, sorry. Not looking too great. I mean, it's not looking bad either. It's kind of just not really doing anything at all, which is really, really boring. Anytime now we could see this move back up. I mean, we could take a little bit of profit here. We are, yeah, we got in about 165, so we could take some profit at 170. 5 cents, it's not that bad. That's about 3%, so I'm just not sure I want to cut that soon because I got a feeling this is going back up, so I want to make sure that we maximize profits as much as we possibly can. We just had to get past this resistance line, which shouldn't be this bad, but we know it held us down for quite some time last time too. Yeah, and RSN with a decent knife. Has it been slow this week? I think there was like one day that was moving pretty good, but for the most part, I think it's been pretty slow. Yeah, NRSN does might bounce off that 200 EMA if you're really willing to torture yourself and sit in a trade for the next half hour. Might break out here. What's the difference between futures and stocks? Hmm. I'm gonna leave that for someone else with more experience to explain, or someone who can, I don't know, answer that better than I can, because I'm just gonna give you a confusing answer. Because I don't even like fully know what I'm talking about when I'm describing the difference between them, except like one's you're betting on the future of something by buying contracts on it that expire, so it goes up and down in value. But it's not actually like contracts, it's just as simple as buying stocks. Yeah, it's just hovering. No, I haven't actually noticed that specifically the week that rent or mortgage payments are due. It's not like options. It's like trading stocks. They are technically contracts, but you buy and sell them like they're shares, and you don't worry about the Greeks or the expiry or really any. I mean, you worry about the expiry in terms of you're not holding it to expiry, but it's the same thing as stocks. It's just contracts. It's I don't know. Other than that, it's really hard to describe. It's basically you play it exactly like a stock. There's nothing else you have to worry about. Well, I mean, obviously you want to watch supply and demand zones and stuff, unless you're me. But other than that, yeah, it's just like a stock. The only reason I don't alert them is because I highly doubt people would be able to keep up with that because like some of my trades only last like 6 seconds. Nope, there's no PDT rules. You don't even have to use your own money. There's prop firms. And you just get paid out on profits and they close your account on losses. Yeah, nothing's really moving here. This is kind of boring. We saw a spike up to 172 on Rev B here. Yeah. Gonna try and secure some profits on Rev B at 172. Just to make sure that we walk away with something out of all this waiting. There's quite a few that people use. There's UProfit, Apex Traders, Bullnox, a couple others probably that you could use, but those are the three that I know of. I use Apex. I think we have a couple people that use UProfit as well, and I think one or two that use Bullnox. Or Lilu. Lilu's another one. There's like 50 of them. FTMC or something. I've seen ads for that one, although I think that one's more scammy. I would say, yeah, I'd say like at least 90% of us have Apex accounts. We might have secondary accounts to somebody else, but I think almost everybody has Apex. It's kind of become a fad on this Discord. I think almost everybody here has especially people that are in the day trading program. I think majority of people have opted to open futures accounts. Yeah, you do an evaluation, they give you a funded account if you pass your evaluation, and then they take 10% of the profits you make and you incur none of the losses, and you just pay like a monthly fee for your account, which is like I think $100 or something. DRMA, we could take a look at that for sure. Yeah, no kidding. That one's going a bit wild here from 60 cents all the way to 91 cents. This one's going to be treacherous. If you lose, they close your account and you just have to take another test. I'm going to jump in on this DMRA or DRMA at I'd like to get 0.88. I want to hit at least 0.99 and then a 0.87 loss. What are you doing, you weird dog? Scratches his ear and like groans. No, you don't have to pay back what you lost. They close your account if you take, I think, they have a trailing threshold. So if you cross that trailing threshold, they just close your account. So it's 25 for a $50,000 account. It's $2,500. If you lose $2,500, basically, your account gets closed. Oh no, I'm not calling you guys dogs. I have one of my dogs in here. It's being weird. Rev back up to that 170 area. DRMA not looking too great, but I think this is basically where I'm going to jump in. Didn't get too bad there. I'm a little worried it's not going to go back up, but you never know. It could. It's like kind of all over the place right now. You entered at 0.7. Nice. That's a good entry. That's a really good entry, actually. I got 0.85. Should actually put that in thing. 0.82 SL. I didn't even finish typing before I hit enter. I'm good to actually take some profits here at 0.92 or 0.93. Taking some profits. DRMA 0.93. Maybe get 0.94. That would be fantastic. I don't know if that'll happen, but we'll see. Very close. 0.95, I'll take it. Hey, all right, cool. Cool, we're actually going to hit this 0.99 here pretty quick, it looks like. Very risky. Lots of money there. 0.85 to 0.96 on a less than $1 stock, that's like 12% right there, so I'm quite happy with that. Although I think we might get higher. Yeah, I know it's hard to. I've never done options, so it's easy for me to just swap over to that and trade it like stocks. But I get that if you're coming from options, you're like looking for it to be complicated, and it's really not. It's just as easy as trading stocks. It's the exact same thing. You're betting on the price moving up or down and no other factors. .95. Come on, hit that whole dollar. 0.97. 0.98. Oh shit. I don't know what the leverage is on futures. Basically I think it's $50 per point on ES. So for every like dollar move you get $50 on every contract that you purchase, and contracts are, I think they're $4,000. Yeah, they're 3,700. Wow, this actually dropped a lot. When I started playing futures, this was like almost 5 grand. It's dropped quite a bit since then, but yeah, 3,700 per contract right now. Rev is going as well here. Not Rev B. DRMA came down a little bit, but we did hit 0.98. Basically with futures, you don't really need to worry about, you just buy like a single contract of ES and you watch it go up and down, and you just like, I try to aim for like 3 or 4 points profit. I cut for like a 2 or 3 point loss. I might average in sometimes if I think it's still going to turn around and stuff like that, but my main goal is just to hit like 300 to 500 bucks in a day and I'm good, because yeah, you can sell. It's always got liquidity, so you can always, I haven't had any issues buying or selling. Um, and of course, there's like little rules here and there that you have to follow. Like you can't hold into close or anything. You have to sell all your positions before market close and stuff like that. But besides that, yeah, there's always liquidity. And that's the kind of the nice thing about it, is there's enough liquidity that it kind of keeps moving. There's obviously faster and slower times of the day where it's moving, but yeah. You mean less than a tick? Because like one tick would be, oh, maybe one tick's different from a point. A tick and a point are two different things. You're gonna re-enter here. There is support here at that 0.90 area. Yeah, ticket's 0.25, yeah. I'll just click on the chart and I'll say like limit buy and I'll just drag it to where I want, or I'll like limit sell or whatever. It's the easiest way to do it. $12.50 on ES, yeah. $12.50, so 25 bucks. Yeah, it'd be about 50 bucks per point. Nice. That's good money, man. That's good money. 0.90 to 0.95. Hell yeah. .96. Yeah, hey doggy dude. No, you're not coming up on me. Nope. Yeah, we might get $1 here. That would be cool. Rev B is still doing nothing. Rev is still sitting at 550 here. We've got RDBX. Not really doing a whole lot. Just waiting on DRMA here, seeing if we can get a little bit extra before we close out the stream. Doesn't look like we are, though. All right, so we'll quickly go over the chart today. We made $272,000. That brings us up to a total of $768,956.60. With a win rate of 72.2, which is what we're going to be, I think, closing out on because today's the last trading day. So that's not bad. We maintained that 70% win rate. And then we have to go all the way to the bottom here. Whoop, there it is. We got 97% today, so not that bad. But yeah, all in all, today's been pretty decent, I have to say. Had a couple decent winners. Can you trade crypto? Yes, you can. I believe you can trade Bitcoin and Ethereum. You can also trade cows and wheat, probably even milk, gold. You can trade Forex as well. What tickers would I play for the rest of the day? I'd be focused on Rev B, DRMA. You might be able to get some money out of RDBX. It's pretty slim though. RPID could be a decent winner as well. It's got a decent range to it. I wouldn't say it's huge, but big enough for you to make some money on. But those would be the four I'd play. I'd stay away from NRSN. I really don't think this doesn't have any conviction in it at all, so it's just going to be slow and kind of boring. I'd say RDBX is a slim range, so I'd stay away from that. PEV, I doubt it's going to go. It went from the no volume to high volume back to like little volume, so that's a no-go. ASPN's not doing anything. RH is something we were just looking at. Yeah, so I'd be stuck with Rev B, Rev, RPID, and DRMA. Yep, you can buy cows. Yep, you can buy pretty much anything on futures. And gas. Energy, stuff like that. Pretty sure you can pretty much get whatever you want. They have a huge list on Apex. Exactly, and that's the thing. If you hold it too long, you could probably trade cheese. I'm not gonna lie. It's probably somewhere on there. Probably falls under one of the categories. But yeah, if you hold till expiry, technically you own whatever you buy. I actually don't think you could buy dogs. Dogs are not a commodity. It's got to be a commodity of some sort. Yeah, I mean maybe pigs. I think you can actually buy pigs. I don't know. Apex Traders has like a full list of everything that they allow you to trade, so you can always look that up. I know there's for sure cows. I'm pretty sure there's pigs. You could trade bushels of wheat, precious metals, some cryptocurrencies. I just trade ES, which is, the S&P or whatever. I actually know what it is, to be honest. Yeah, S&P 500. Never had to really know that. Anyways, guys, I'm hopping off.